Coda, get your bitch ass ball out of here.
Welcome back. Episode 2, baby.
Let's
Get after it.
Let's do it,
Pick it up, put it down.
Come on.
Coda, this is not fetch time.
Come on, bruh.
Our mascot's here, but this is not fetch time.
No.
This dog is a whore for the ball, dude. Oh my god.
All day. Every day. Except for when he's really hot. Then he's like, fuck that, I'm not getting the ball.
Yeah.
Dude, I think this dog dreams about, like, teabagging the football. We go outside and throw the football around.
He wants to
dog.
hump that
my
shit,
God,
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes it.
Coda, stop it with the ball.
Welcome back.
Grab the ball. Grab the ball.
Welcome back to Disregard My Last. What are we going to get into today? Huh?
Well,
Let's
AB.
let's talk about Antonio Brown.
Let's talk sports.
Let's talk fucking sports, fool.
Yeah, get in there, Sonny.
All right.
What do we got?
So Antonio Brown got traded to the Raiders this offseason. Signed a 4-year extension worth $68 million, and Hard Knocks.
Is that more than he was making before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So barely though, by like $1 million, I think.
Okay, sorry.
And where was I? So Hard Knocks just came out this past Tuesday, and there's a lot of news going around about AB because he used a cryotherapy chamber to heal his feet, except he didn't wear proper footwear in there. Got frostbite on his feet, and if you haven't seen pictures of his feet, Google them. Feet are fucked up. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I think I saw it. It's just the soles of his feet, right?
Yeah,
Where
dude.
he was yeah.
And I was reading
Looks
some.
messed
I
up.
did some research, and apparently they don't know how long he'll be out because you can't determine how severe frostbite is until like 6 weeks after the injury.
Right.
So who knows how long he'll be out for. But then after all that, like, that's already moronic enough. The NFL just released a policy on helmets and like helmet safety, and they ended up banning this one helmet. And there were 32 players in the league that wore the helmet, and 3 of like the most notable players were Antonio Brown, Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers. And 31 out of the 32 players like complied with the policy, except for Antonio Brown. Now he's threatening to retire.
So what
Good
what
riddance.
is that
Get him outta
helmet?
here.
Was it just too light? Was it not have enough padding?
Maybe the padding. I'm not really sure, but he says other helmets interfere with his ability to like see the football and like catch it. So,
Right.
I mean, I never
the other
had
ones
that
might be
issue.
too heavy or something.
I mean-
so he can't turn his head faster.
I mean, yeah,
That's
that might
just-
be it. I mean, I had to wear different helmets in high school football. I mean, I didn't notice any of that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're making $19 million a year too,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
how are you bitching about your helmet?
just
This guy says he's gonna walk away and retire from the NFL. He's
Yeah.
one of the best receivers of all time.
He's just
he's such a
bitching to
diva.
bitch, I think.
I think he has CTE, dude. Dead ass.
Well,
So
what's
CTE is chronic
Oh.
traumatic.
Encephalopathy.
Thank you. I can't pronounce that word, 1, because I can't pronounce it, and 2, because I have a lisp. So that makes it a little harder.
And the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
But yeah, so I think as of like this past year, he tweaked on the Steelers, dude. He like didn't even show up to their last game. He showed up in a fur coat on the sideline, and then Mike Tomlin, who's the head coach, kicked him out.
Good.
And then just everything went downhill from there. He called out Juju on social media. He called out former players, Big Ben, coaches, everything, dude. This guy's a maniac.
He is such a diva.
That's
a
a good
diva.
word. I don't know much about sports. I'm not really that sports guy or follow anything. But from what I've seen and gathered these past couple weeks, he just is so into himself. He's got such an ego.
Dude, yeah.
And it's annoying to even, like, you're getting paid so much, and there's so many great guys in the NFL.
Yeah.
And
A lot of great guys
like,
who are making less money than he is.
exactly great, great sportsmen, and he just is so. It just seems like he's so hungry for attention.
This dude on the Browns, he slept outside of a 24-hour fitness, slept outside the Browns practice facility, and then he got a tryout to be on the Browns, right? The first punt he returned it back for a touchdown. And the entire fucking Browns team, like the entire 53-man roster, ran to the end zone, like dogpiled on him. It was fucking dope.
Like
that's dope. See, that's what you want. And then you got
super
people
cool.
like AB who are like, dude, I can't wear my fucking helmet. I'm gonna retire.
Yeah, like
that's some-
stop being
that's
a
some baby
fucking
back
diva
bitch
and
shit.
stop being a fucking dumbass. Like
Yeah.
you should know if you're gonna go into a cryo chamber, it's like negative 200 degrees. Like it's cold as shit in there. The point is to go in there for like minimal amounts of time, but it just completely just like rejuvenates your body and like shakes up the CNS, central nervous system. And he's going in there without fucking shoes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so one, why is nobody on the Raiders, like the training staff, being like, "Hey, dumbass, you can't go in there without shoes"?
He did it in France.
I was gonna
We
say
did it in
probably
France?
didn't do it.
He did it in France.
Well,
What, on his time off during the summer?
I'm just
I
gonna,
get-
I'm gonna
yeah.
fly to France. Didn't it just happen? Because he was just
It happened
playing,
pretty
wasn't he?
recently. Yeah, it
Yeah, like,
happened
he can move and
like
like
2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, he's running
do
routes and hard
drills.
knocks and everything.
Yeah, but he just
But-
can't go full on. That's what they were talking about. Is
That's
once
an
he's
issue.
out there, you can't reel him back in. He just goes
Yeah.
full on.
That and I agree with that. His work ethic is insane. Dude.
Right. That
The
and
guy's a
that
baller.
was my other point with that guy who was sleeping outside the 24-hour and the Browns facility. Is it's not to say, I guess I'm not. I guess trying to say that Antonio Brown hasn't had those moments of working incredibly hard.
Oh no,
and
there's
dedicating
shit,
his
yeah.
life to the sport, right?
Yeah.
There's all that. You can't discredit that. But his attitude now being the best, wide
Yeah.
receiver and
Being a fucking diva.
exact. But then it kind of, in a way, I guess it discredits all that hard work because then you're just being a fucking asshole, So
Yeah.
One of the things about CTE is so it's like constant like hits to the head, and your brain starts to swell up and it pushes against your skull, and that causes you to like turn like bipolar a little bit. So if y'all like,
Oh, yeah.
Ton of shit.
yeah,
Doesn't it cause like dementia, Alzheimer's,
yeah,
like
dude,
all
probably some
literally
internal
everything
bleeding.
you don't want to have?
So it was Dr. Bennett Omalu who first discovered it, and he discovered it in Pittsburgh on a guy named Jack Webster, and that's like a longtime Steelers center. Dude's OG, and dude, this guy would like sit in his truck in like empty fields and tase himself to go to bed because there was no other way he could go to bed.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
dude, this shit's dark, dude.
Dude,
And then it started happening. People like they wouldn't when they would kill themselves. Former NFL players, they wouldn't shoot themselves in the head. They shoot themselves in the heart because they wanted their brain to be examined by the NFL to be evidence that like CTE does exist.
Jesus.
Because Goodell and the NFL, dude, they didn't like admit like they still haven't even really directly admitted to CTE being a thing.
Yeah.
They've just said like there could be a correlation between
It's messed
football
up.
and like head trauma.
Wasn't that a Will Smith movie?
Yeah.
Didn't he do one?
Concussion, I
Yeah,
think.
concussion.
I mean, yeah, it's all just to protect their brand. If they come out saying this is,
Not safe.
they
just fucking comply
they
with the
explicitly
rules.
say this is wrong. These guys are getting hit in the head. They're getting these severe diseases, I guess, or however you would classify it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean that they would obviously lose a lot of good press and it would kind of tarnish the brand. So
I don't think that they would lose. I don't know that it would tarnish the brand. I think it tarnishes the brand more, saying like not saying that this is a problem and we need to deal with it and like do everything we can to get it figured out. I think if they're honest about it and say, hey, this is an issue that we're examining, we're trying to do the best we can for the players, and we're funding research. They got more money than they can fucking spend.
yeah,
The NFL makes so much goddamn money. There's no reason why they shouldn't just be like, hey, like we're gonna put a ton of money into this R&D. Let's get the best thing we can. There's still gonna be an inherent risk, but that's why we love this game. Like you could get hurt in any number of ways.
yeah, that's true.
It's
Any
just
sport.
like it's just like watching UFC or any other sport. It's like people go out there and put their bodies and their minds on the line to to compete, but where's the reasonable amount of safety that we get to? And it's like that's why you have the kids in Pee Wee who are playing with they look like, I don't even know what they look like. They look like top heavy kids because they've got the big ass helmet on and the big ass shoulder pads, and they weigh like 60 pounds, but they're running headlong into each other
Right.
and just smacking heads together.
Yeah.
It's like the kid's gonna have CTE by the time he's 20.
Well, Bennett Omalu, so he's like pretty radical with his thoughts. He doesn't think children should be allowed to play football until they're 18.
Yeah,
It should be like,
agree.
you agree.
If you're playing
Contact
full
football.
contact football,
You don't think
and you're smashing your head into some other kid's head or their
Yeah.
pads or their body.
yeah.
First of all, those kids are developing as humans. Their brains, their bodies are developing, and you're constantly putting this, force in their, hitting their skull. All this, it's like it just hinders. I feel like the development of that kid.
Yeah, but like
How
you
many-
said, like there's like a risk associated with it. Like
Sure.
sure, if my kid going into high school is fucking like 5'2", like yeah, I'm not gonna let him play football. He's gonna get twerked out there, right?
Yeah.
But like if he can go hold his own, it's just like I don't know. I feel like it's up to the kid. If they want to play a sport, they can play a sport. I mean,
for sure.
take it as far as they want.
At the same time, it's like, I can think of a lot of things that I did before I was 18 that I look back on. I'm like, that was fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I even look back on my basketball career and be like, why didn't I do these things? Because now I know.
Yeah.
But like, do you think the guy who was tasing himself to go to bed at night was thinking like, maybe I should have like not played football?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I'm like really regretting the decision. Like I'm sure he like loves the glory days and like looks back at that as like the best time of his life, but it's like, why didn't I just become a steel worker?
Yeah.
I think
like that.
Well,
I don't know.
The thing is, for me, it's like, what is it worth? Right? You play football for this amount of time in the NFL or even Pee Wee or high school, and you develop these lifelong injuries that you're going to have. Is that worth it? There are other means to exercise and playing sports and being active as a kid and beyond. What is it worth? There's different avenues to take. There's
yeah,
that
it's
aren't
true.
full
But yeah,
contact sports.
Yeah, but that avenue is not going to lead to like necessarily like $10 million a year.
And
That's
so that,
that's what you have to evaluate as well. Is that worth it? I'm not saying
Yeah.
if it is or not. I mean, I guess I'm a little
And-
bit biased saying that I don't think it is,
Just
but
so y'all know,
other people justify it that way. you know?
I had to do a fucking huge paper on CTE my freshman year. 111 like brains have been tested for CTE among football players, and out 110 of them had CTE.
out of 100 and how many?
11.
So one did not have CT.
One. But you have to think about it. What is like the anomaly in the one? Because they haven't released the one player who didn't have it.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, like,
isn't
is he
that
a
weird?
quarterback who never got hit?
Yeah,
like,
or yeah, who knows? Yeah.
I think, like, if you're going with the 18 rule, like, because I do think it's important that kids, like, at a young, so if they're gonna, we still want to have tackle football.
If
I'm
you do
not
that-
saying that we
yeah.
get rid of that. What I'm saying is that, okay, they play flag football, which is a lot less contact, ideally, because they're not wearing pads. They're not going to go fucking balls to the wall and tackle each other like that. So they play flag football until maybe they're 16 or something like that. And then there's another iteration of football that involves,
But then the quality of football just decreases heavy.
it could, but okay, so they turn 18. They are legally adults. They can make the decision for themselves. That's where we've set the bar. Even though we do recognize that 25 is generally the time when your brain fully develops. Like you're 20, like all of us sitting right here could not claim that our brain has fully developed to the point where it's not like we haven't gotten to peak development, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But okay, so at 16 they start learning how to hit because it's important that they still learn how to tackle properly, like not leading with the head, et cetera, and that way the guys who are playing on the line, who are getting those constant, like, every hike they're going right head to head.
The Steelers actually use these robots, dude. It's like robots on wheels, and they like fly around, and then that's what the defensive players tackle to eliminate like more head trauma during practice.
Which is great,
Yeah.
but like until we can have that for all the high school teams, and then even lower than that, than the Pee Wee teams, like kids are going head to head still.
But you have to realize that maybe like 5% of the high school population that plays football actually moves on to the next level.
Sure.
And then like probably even slighter than that, like 2.5% actually make the NFL. Even if that, maybe even less. So it's like, out of the 111 brains that were studied, I doubt any of them were in high school.
But what I do remember is like I've taught. I mean, a bunch of our friends played. I mean, you played in high school. My mom wouldn't let me play. You didn't play, but
Yeah,
like
no.
I know a bunch of the guys that like we went to high school with who said like I got my bell rung so bad like I was throwing up like after the
that happened to
game.
me, dude. I got
Like,
knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah, you got knocked out. And did you play like the next week?
No.
How long
Neither
were you
would've
out?
let me. Just a week.
So you were out for 1 week,
Yeah.
and then you were back on the field.
I don't even know if it was a week, dude. I remember I didn't practice for maybe like 2-3 days, and then I might have actually even played next week, dude. I don't know.
That's what I'm see, like a brain injury that's like that intense on top of like all those little hits every day, like. I mean, even if you don't progress to the next level, you're still getting a ton of brain, a ton of injury to your brain. And I'm not saying that you're a fucking retard because you got
Yeah,
knocked
Sonny has a
out
lot
once.
of injury to his brain.
But
I think.
I forget who it was specifically, but they were telling me that they got 4 concussions over the course of their high school career.
Oh, I had
playing
4.
Okay, you had 4?
Yeah.
Like massive light sensitivity, like couldn't leave their room for like 3 or 4 weeks because light was so intense
Damn.
to them that it would like literally make them spaz out. I think it was
Damn.
Charlie Middlehouse, but
Dude, Chuck
been, yeah.
had some serious conkies, dude.
Yeah.
He had some bad
Clark
ones.
had my brother.
yeah, Clark
Older
had a
brother
bunch
Clark. He had probably 3 or 4, like in between wrestling, basketball, and football. He played some football as well, and
When did Clark play football? High school?
early. Yeah, I think early high school.
Yeah.
Freshman
He must have been freshman
year.
year.
I think.
Because he must not. He was a year above me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think he played a little bit, or in middle school he played a little bit. But anyway, yeah, he's had his fair share, and I wrestled and stuff. I didn't really play any sports in high school, and
You
as
fucking
much as it
game, dude.
yeah,
You fucking game, dude.
you for like 8
This guy was
hours
fucking
after.
playing Halo Reach from like we get out of school at
God.
2:23. I remember Carson be online at
It was
2:45.
2:23, yeah.
2:45 to like 11 o'clock at night. You just sesh that shit.
Oh yeah, God, yeah,
Those were the days, dude.
lots of games. I was just super into it. The oldest 2 of my brothers didn't play any sports. They were very much into games, and they were sort of emo in their way. It's kind of funny looking back on it, but
I'm bringing it up. I'm gonna bring it up every episode till it happens. GoFundMe, DML to get Carson Twitch.
Yep, he needs
Yeah.
it. Dude, he's fucking wet. I
He's
watched
fucking-
him. I watched
yeah.
him play Fortnite yesterday for a couple of hours, or maybe like 20, 30 minutes. But dude, you were rocking that 8 burger, and
Dude, he gets those casually too.
dude,
It's like, dude, I've maybe
I
gotten an
almost-
I've maybe gotten an 8 burger like twice in my Fortnite career, and this dude probably gets 1 per day. I mean, you probably get more than 1 per day.
hear that.
yeah, I mean something like that.
You're
but,
like, I drop a few like 20 burgers, no big deal.
I mean, yeah, it's been fun like learning like Fortnite. It sounds so lame.
No,
learning
dude, watching-
like Fortnite and like
Dude, no, watching
getting better
you,
at it. But
and I've watched like Nick Merckx and like all those people that you watch. I've watched some of that, and I've gotten like better at Fortnite. I feel
yeah,
like.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
all that I do is watch gameplay and learn from it. I don't know.
It's like
I
small
grew
shit,
up
too.
doing that stuff, and I still feel like I'm a very active
Oh yeah,
person, and I play basketball. I'm 6'6".
massive dick.
6'6".
Huge cock.
Huge
Wow,
fucking
fat
cock, dude.
Fat
That should have been on the
ass-
intro,
fat
yeah.
ass cock.
The name's Carson Colwell. Went to Niwot High, and I got a fucking snake for a cock.
And so
Put
that,
it on the Tinder bio.
that aspect of like learning a video game has always just appealed to me. So yeah, it sounds so lame. Like I'm 22 and I still like video games as much as I do, but it's just very inherent with.
There's money in it now. That's why I was saying.
Yeah,
put
Dude,
it-
I'm
true.
never gonna like outgrow video games.
No.
Like,
no, yeah,
When you
I mean
grew
I
up
will
with
never
it.
at this
like
point.
after I've told you guys this before. My sister just had a kid like
Yeah.
a year ago. She's 1 now. Dude, I think when my kid, like, I'm just gonna get a tetherball pole, and just tie my kid out there and just play video games while my kid's out there, and I'll peek out every once in a while, make sure they're chilling. But for the most part, I'll be session Fortnite with you guys.
Or you're gonna end up buying a fucking robot to play with your kids. That's where we're going.
Nah, probably. Little robot babysitter.
Dude, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but Ashton said to me yesterday, she was like, I don't even know if I want to have kids. Like, it feels irresponsible. I'm like, It does kind of feel irresponsible to bring a child into this world right now, because like the future is not, as we live it right now, the future is not insured.
Sure, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Just thought that was we could another fucking podcast about write it down. Somebody write it down.
But I mean, what the fuck were we talking about?
You were talking about video games, but I mean, let's talk about Coda.
How do we get? Oh yeah,
we were talking about
concussions,
and then
such a cute ass motherfucker.
That's just how it goes, though. You transition from one topic to the other, and it's just kind of that's what I like about it.
But we wanted to talk about dogs.
Yeah, we wanted.
This
to
is
talk,
important.
Yeah, about dogs and the responsibilities of having one. I thought that was kind of a lighthearted, interesting topic to discuss.
So, where this came from is, okay. So we're in college. And we've seen many of the people around us get dogs, a personal dog, like not their family dog,
right? Like
their personal dog over the course of the last, 4 years. I just happened to be lucky enough that Coda came up to live with me because, my parents are going through some stuff. They're moving, that whole deal. And, he has just been here and, I kind of adopted him from my parents, if that's possible. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a fucking blessing. Coda's amazing, keeps me active. I mean, he's one of the reasons why I started running, and he's like, everyone just adores him. Like, he's a very good dog. But what really like spurred this for me is someone close to me, their roommate got a dog, and like great dog from the shelter, like a nice dog, seemed like golden retriever, like cool. But then it comes out like, that they'd already had a dog before and they had to give it up. And I'm like, why? And it was just because like, oh, well, like the roommates weren't helping enough. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, roommates weren't helping. Like, I'm just going to lay it out flat. I'm going to say it right now. Like, if you're going to buy a dog, you're committing to being a fucking parent. Like, you're buying a child.
Of course.
Dude, you fucking cook this dog food. Like,
yeah.
You actually treat this dog like a kid. And
which is what you should.
Yeah,
that's the commitment that you're getting into.
Fucking piggybacking on that. My freshman year, I had a friend, bought a dog, and she was living in the dorms. And, like, I remember this one time I was walking out of my dorm, and she came up to me, and she saw me walking out. She goes, hey, will you please hold my dog while I just go in and, like, eat some food in the dining hall? I can't bring my dog in there. And I was like, you gotta be shitting me. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I hold the dog. She's in there for an hour.
Yeah.
Eating food. I'm sitting out here.
And she's probably like, like, puppies are a lot.
Yeah.
I will give any person who gets a puppy that. Like, puppies are a lot, but that's fucked.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're talking about the same person, but she got it her second semester of her freshman year in the dorms
where you can't have pets.
Where you can't have pets, obviously.
Unless they're certified, right?
Yeah, unless
you can have a certified pet, or you'd have a service dog. It's not a pet. It's a service dog.
Serves a purpose, other than just having a pet. But yeah, I mean, she got that dog, and it was a nightmare. I mean, finals were coming around, having to study for that.
She got it.
You couldn't have the dog in the dorm.
Like the most stressful time of the year.
Yeah.
She got the fucking dog. She goes, all right, I'm just gonna add insult to injury and just fucking go for it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It's fucking funny.
And so then she was passing it off to other people, and it kind of became other people's responsibilities, and just a very bizarre thing to do at the time that she did it. Just made zero sense. And the dog, I mean, I think it's okay now, but in its adolescence, it was pretty wild.
Wild.
It was just because she just didn't have any time to train it or I mean, that was in the obviously like the span of your college career. That was the worst time to get a dog.
Exactly.
During the end of the year, where you have tests and you can't have the dog where you're living, like even in the halls, like.
And you can't bring your dog anywhere on campus,
right?
Unless it's outside. But anytime you want to bring it indoors on campus,
that has to be a service animal as well.
It has to be, yeah. And for all you people out there that are thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna buy a vest online, it's a crime to actually mislabel your pet as an emotional support pet or as I believe it's a misdemeanor offense if you label your dog as a service dog and it's not actually certified.
Yeah.
And then I believe it's like a finable offense if you label your dog as an emotional support animal when they're not certified. So for all you people out there who think you're just going to skirt the rules, stop being an asshole. Get your dog certified before you put a vest on it. Like Coda's not certified, but I'm not going to fucking put a vest on him.
Or, I mean, if that's the other thing that we were just talking about of like the responsibilities of, or the commitment that you have getting the dog is, are you getting the dog to have it as a service animal or as an emotional support animal, or is it just for just have a pet?
Dude,
you know?
I feel like so many
that
guys
has to be
in college,
decided before you get a pet.
I feel like so many guys in college are like, all right, I'm gonna just go get a dog. It's gonna be like a pussy magnet, like dead ass, dude.
Yeah,
like so
there's a
many
lot of
guys
people.
do that shit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Which there's nothing like that's not a bad intention necessarily. Like if that's a part of it, like cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm getting a dog to fucking mob with that thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like that, my dog's gonna be my ride or die.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that if it's still that, like if your dog is still your ride or die, but it's also a fucking pussy magnet, sorority relations, shout out Coda. Like that's great, but like if you're getting the dog on that pretense that it's going to be a pussy magnet, it's not going to be a puppy forever. Like Coda was a puppy for like like the summer that I was there, and then I came back to school and I saw him like a couple times over the course of that semester, and then like all of a sudden at Thanksgiving he was like a dog, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you yapping
What
over
are you
there about,
yapping
huh?
about? He's like, pet me.
Yeah, he's like, I know you're talking about me, boy.
Talking about you, I hear you saying my name. But yeah, it's just like there's no point in I don't know if you guys can hear this, but it's hilarious.
Dude, especially like when you get a response, like with a dog specifically, like a dog like solely relies on its owner.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like another person where it's like, all right, like, damn, Cody, he's just fucking yapping.
Got a lot to say.
But like, I don't know, not fulfilling like the goals you meet as like a dog owner. I don't know, it's pretty like shitty.
They don't have the ability, or they have the ability, they don't have the means to do so, of going out and getting their own food,
or taking themselves out to the fucking bathroom.
Yep. You know, they can't go out and be scavengers like wild dogs do. Like, yeah, of course it is. I mean, I feel like that's why a lot of people get dogs before they have kids. It's like training to have a kid, and not all the aspects obviously, but in some aspects of being responsible for something, a living being. So that's kind of I like that aspect of it. It is like your thing. This is your pet, kind of like you were saying, something like your ride or die.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
what I'm saying.
You just gotta treat it.
Dude, he knows we're talking about him. He's
yeah.
I'm making some noise. But
This is Coda trying to talk. He's like, I can talk too.
Yeah.
Like, this shit. What if pets could like?
oh my, dude, that's why The Secret Life of Pets. Those are actually
Dude,
like
that movie's
really good
fucking
movies.
dope. Yeah,
I haven't seen them.
dude,
There's
all those
2 of them
fucking
now.
Disney movies, dude, they're all good. Everyone they come out with.
They're pretty good. I think it's I believe that's not Pixar.
Dude, is
It's
Disney and
like
Pixar not the
Illumination.
same thing?
They
Or are they like
are-
affiliated?
Or
They
are?
I don't know. They work on no, they're not the same thing, but they work on
same
on
things.
certain movies together. It's like a Disney Pixar
Yeah. Okay.
thing, and that's the other thing we were talking about in the last episode and movies is like you don't realize how many people work on movies or like the visual effects aspect. Hundreds of people work on this 2-second shot or whatever of the CGI. It's just insane. It's
is.
very it's
Dude.
hard to like put it into perspective, really.
So they shot in. All right, I'm talking about Marvel again because this is like the
We're
only
talking
movie shit I
about
know.
dogs, man. I know. Come on.
I was gonna. All right, yeah, shit. I'm just not even.
Come on.
I'm not even gonna.
You gotta
open
say
that.
it now. Everybody wants
All
to
right,
know.
well, we were talking about that CG, right?
Uh-huh.
They filmed Infinity War and Endgame back to back. Dude, it took them a year. No, it took them 10 months to finish all the CGI for just that movie.
Yeah,
They
and-
finished filming the actual movie in like a month.
There's hundreds
Yeah.
of people working on that, and it takes a
Like
you know,
per
a year.
scene, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's insane.
yeah. But
Yeah, fucking dogs, dude.
Yeah, like, what's the news on dogs, guys? All right, cool.
Yeah. Anyways, we're back.
Cut us off for some reason.
Yeah, we were rolling. We
God
talked.
damn it.
Yeah. Fucking.
We just talked for like
20 minutes,
10,
dude.
15 more minutes after it just cut off right there. So
Yeah.
That's some fucking shit. That's
Anyways.
like the fifth time that's happened to us.
Dude, like
It's trial
we
and
really
error.
need to have like a young Jamie in the back. We got to get Jage.
we
out.
need a
young
producer.
Jage.
Yeah.
Young
We need a
Jage who just
producer.
fucking watches.
Anyway, what were we saying? We were
Talking about we're going back to talking about dogs. What needs to happen for anyone who's thinking about getting a dog? Like, you need to do your research. You need to make sure that you can commit to, you know, think about how the dog, like how you would want to live as a dog.
Yeah,
Like
but you're
if you put yourself in the dog's shoes, like what's the lifestyle you want to live? Like, I want to be able to go out in the backyard and run around if a walk can't be, you know, the thing. And like, I get it. Like, everyone gets busy or the weather's shit or something like that. But like, the dog still has to go outside, because I can't think of very many people who would spend the money on getting like a little like wedding area for inside. I'd like, that's just weird. I'm sorry. If you're having your dog shit and piss inside,
I've seen
like
it
in your
before.
apartment or something like that.
the pad.
Like, if you're that
Oh,
lazy,
that's
get a
so
fucking
weird.
cat, dude.
Get
Get
a
a litter
fucking
box.
cat.
Get
Get
him
a
a fucking
chinchilla.
cat.
Come
something.
on.
Get a fucking fish, dude.
Honestly.
I don't know.
Yeah, give it the flakes for the fish, and then, you know, everything's great. You can just watch it.
Right.
Because that's the kind of pet that you've signed up for. But if you're signing up for a dog, it's like you have to understand that it's a ton of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, before it got cut out, like dogs, like the cheesy fucking Facebook pictures, like
Yeah.
you're their sole like provider, like their foundation of like everything in their life. Like you were saying that video, the guy that attached the GoPro to his
the
German
GoPro
Shepherd.
video.
Yeah.
Now the dog just
the-
kept pacing around, was like anxious for the owner to come back.
Yeah, he strapped a GoPro on the back of his German Shepherd and left for like 2 hours, and it was like a time lapse video. It's just, you know, sped up, and the dog was either waiting by the door or just pacing around and very, you know, super anxious. And of course, when he came back, he's super excited, and we just don't get that perspective. I think
Yeah,
we
we
forget
don't.
about that. It's like, yeah, you're leaving your dog at your home, but what does it do when you're not there? What behaviors are exhibited when you're
We'd
absent?
love to believe that Secret Life of Pets is like what's going on, but like that's not what's
As a
happening.
They're
kid,
just
that was
mad
so
bullying,
fun to
dude.
think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Or like think
Or,
about
like,
your toys.
Toy Story,
Your
dude.
toy. Exactly. I mean, yeah, they're
Same thing.
You got
Same
Woody and
thing.
Bo Peep
Ooh.
in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would have.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd have my like, you know, stuffed dog or, you know, a stuffed bear, and think, oh, what are they doing? God,
They're fucking.
Yeah.
They're fucking.
they're trick fucking.
It's like the final scene in Sausage Party, except all your toys. They're just going at it.
I haven't seen that.
oh fuck, it's been a while.
Sausage Party?
Dude,
Wow.
you guys don't remember?
Dude, it looks so
Dude,
bad.
that was a funny joke,
was-
but
it
neither
was a
of you
funny
guys
movie.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, shit. I'll
Well,
watch it.
hopefully
I'll
some
watch
people
it,
listening
drop
to
it
the
again.
goddamn podcast got that joke.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Yeah, I thought it looked like shit. And then I was like, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah.
Dude, well,
It's all right.
I made the mistake of not watching that movie High. So it was just like, what?
Yeah,
I'm watching
I think
watching
that-
fucking pieces of food have an orgy at the end of the movie. That's what happened. At the end
Oh
of the movie.
yeah.
But that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
really don't
very
wanna
like
see it now,
it's
dude.
very like
It's very
sexual
sexual,
and
dude.
weird.
It
So
went
how does a
complete
sausage
180.
have sex with a sausage?
No, it's not.
No.
Oh,
No, it's all kinds of food.
were
dude.
they just like rubbing?
It's like King
each
Supers.
other?
Like everything from the aisles are just fucking like
I gotta see this, man.
it's with
I
waxing.
have to. Yeah.
That's why we need Young Jay in here.
Young Jay,
He
pull it
pull
up.
that shit up. When
Pull
you
it up.
Hey, pull that up.
Pull up the orgy scene from the sausage party.
It's just all of our faces on our live stream of watching that shit.
What? That does not look okay. Anyways, yeah. So just to top it off, if you're gonna get a dog, know what you're signing up for. Do your research. Train your dog, because it makes life so much fucking easier. The amount of people who say like, "Wow, your dog's so well trained," like that, I'll take that as a compliment any day. But what you don't realize is like the ease of life when your dog is well trained.
Yeah, our neighbor, the one that's two down, he got some gray, silverish gray lab or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, and he got it, I think, as a puppy, and very cute. But he didn't do his due diligence by training, because he's still a college kid.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was there very much. And it seems like a very, from what I can see,
spaz dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the household of just the guys that live there.
Yeah.
You know,
it was kind of
just
a party
not being
house.
Responsible.
That was the house that had the party, and then there was the gunshots after.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, there was basically like a riot in our street. A couple gunshots popped off. That was crazy.
I remember that.
But that guy, I was on a run the other day, the one that we went on, and then and then I finished by myself, and on my way back on our street, I just see a dog just on the sidewalk. I'm like, I need to finish my run. You know, I'm not gonna do anything. It was like clearly like maybe lost, or like I thought I'd maybe see the owner, you know, as I'm running up.
And then I should not be a dog owner. He's just like, I'm gonna run past this dog that looks lost.
And so then I get home, and then the guy's just casually walking, trying to find his dog.
Dude, if I lost my dog, I'm fucking.
He's just like I was
sprinting.
Yeah,
up
exactly.
And down
I'm like, why aren't you
looking for
running?
that
Like
shit.
it
Like,
could
get a
have
sense
gone
of
that
damn
far.
urgency, dude. It's a fucking dog.
Yeah,
It's a fucking living creature. Yeah.
And so I guess that's my point. Is just do your due diligence by training it.
Yeah, like I let Coda sit out in the front yard because like I know he's not gonna run away.
Because you trained him.
Yeah, and like, you know, I can go on a run with him, even though he fucks with my pace. But like I can go on a run with him without a leash, and like he knows to stay on the sidewalk. He knows that he can't, you know, do certain things, and it just makes life so much easier.
Right.
It
when
really does.
And then, you know, the opposite is having your dog, you know, like that run away from you it's stressful.
You know, the
it puts
dog,
more stress on you than it does happiness, I think, at some point.
Exactly. And then you start to resent your dog.
Yes.
And like that's like the last thing you want to do, because it is a very like it's a relationship thing, man. Like come on.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
mean
Carson
to cut you
just
off. I was
had a
gonna wait.
fucking
idea.
You should have seen the look on Carson's face. Snap the finger.
Well,
Christmas
it's just
morning.
it's a current sort of event. The it was a Bella something Hout or she's a YouTuber,
Bella
and
Hod.
she has this big Rottweiler.
Oh shit! I saw that video.
And she uploaded. She's like been doing these videos with her dog, and they've been really popular. So it's basically just turned into a dog channel.
She was trying to prank her dog. She was trying to prank her dog in this video. She was doing like the saran wrap prank with the dog, and so seeing what he was doing.
And so she like did all the intro, and then the later half of the video she uploaded the unedited version. So it was raw footage of the camera rolling. And I'm sure everybody's listening to this probably knows what it is. It's like blew up, this story. But it was of her, the dog would get up on her, and then she'd like, you know, smack it down and smack its head, or she'd pin it down and spit in its face.
Pinned her dog down and spit on it. I'm like what the fuck are you doing?
So she's, it's like, fuck.
What? Dude, I said it earlier.
People
That's
want
like
her channel like deleted. There was an outrage. This happened probably 4 days ago, 3 days ago.
No way. That's a whole nother
recent.
like episode, dude. Animal cruelty, that shit's fucked. If I ever walked in, I saw someone doing that shit to a dog, dude, I'd curb stomp him. I don't care who it is, I'm going
she
at
would
you.
Smack big dog, 75 pounds, something like that.
It was a. I don't think it was a Rottweiler.
Not a Rottweiler.
It was like a pincer of some sort. I'm not even probably. It's one of those dogs that has like the pointy ears. It's black and it has the short black tail.
Yeah,
that's like very athletic.
They're usually
looking
black
dog.
and brown.
Yeah. Like, but the dog had a ton of energy.
Yeah.
So like, from the get go, you're like, okay, this is a very energetic dog, and she's like trying to get to fucking sit down with her. It's like, okay, go like exercise your dog so it actually wants to sit down.
Yeah.
Like, obviously it wants to play right now.
She had a Doberman.
A Doberman.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so here's like the training aspect thing. Like, okay, if you're thinking about a dog, like you want to establish ideally like an alpha beta relationship. So like the dog actually listens to you as like a pack leader because that's what they still understand. They're still pack animals.
Is that what you're saying? Like you like eat out of Coda's bowl and like all
Yeah,
that
so
shit?
I ate my food out of Coda's bowl. And then he will always, anytime I feed him, I eat first. So I'll make us food, but I eat it, and then he gets the leftovers off of my plate, or I have his set aside that he gets to eat after.
Yeah.
He doesn't just get to eat with me. Like he has to wait, and that establishes that like it's not dominance, but like it establishes the hierarchy of, okay, I'm in charge. You get to eat when you're like whenever I say you can. You have to follow the commands. It just helps reinforce that.
And that's the difference between hitting your dog to establish that,
Yeah.
and this sort of passive alpha beta thing that all dogs like follow,
Yeah.
because that's sort of
Yeah.
their natural way of like thinking about,
Well, dogs don't understand hitting
pack.
because if you think about how a dogs would act, like how would a group of dogs or two male dogs establish dominance between them? They'd fight it out, right?
Yeah.
But you're not going to fight with your dog. So you have to like look for other things that establish dominance within a pack. And one of those things is like, you eat after me. Like the
Yeah.
alpha always eats first. You eat after me. Another thing is like when he does something wrong, instead of hitting him, which he doesn't really understand.
right.
Like he does understand it now because I'll hit him on the butt, which tells him like, hey, you need to get onto the sidewalk, or like you're not allowed to do that. He understands that because I also give him a vocal command of like, no, bad dog. But if you just hit your dog, they don't understand what that means. What you should do is like roll your dog over on his stomach, like make him submit, or make them submit, and like show their stomach, or be like, okay, like I can't do that. I need to be better.
Right.
Like
And
that's what makes dogs understand what's going on.
And just a lot of people resort to hitting because that's the first instinct, is just to give them a little smack and be like,
Yeah.
bad. But there's thousands of ways, I think, to train a dog properly. And
Do your
I'm
damn research, kids.
Yeah, exactly. I'm no expert, but it's probably all online on
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah.
It's on Google. It's on somewhere.
Dude, like even like Ashton was telling me, she was like, I used to just watch a bunch of Caesar Milan on Animal Planet.
Dude, I was
And I'm
just
like,
about to bring that up.
Yeah.
like,
Badass.
perfect example. Like a very
dog
stern
whisperer?
owner.
Yeah, I thought dude, I was thinking of Bruno Mars in my head for that's the image of his face.
Yeah.
That I was getting in my head. I was like, that's not fucking him though.
Not
What?
quite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the bottom line, if you're gonna get a dog, you gotta commit to it. You gotta be there for it. Otherwise, get a fucking cat, because they shit in a box, and
You can get a laser pointer and play with them for
Oh my
hours, dude.
yeah, cats don't even want to fucking hang out with you most of the time.
Yeah.
Cats are like, fuck you. They'll just come around when you give them food. Also, if you're doing the vegan cat thing, fuck you, because they need fucking meat. They're predators.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing
Joe
either.
Rogan went off on it.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
fucking hilarious. But it was a legitimate thing. Like, cats are carnivores. They need to eat meat, and people were feeding their cats like vegan diets because it was just like, oh, we're gonna be
Yeah, vegan.
We're
yeah.
gonna be hipster
They're vegan,
and
therefore
cool.
my pet is going to be.
And their fucking cats were like, they looked like they were gonna die. Like they
Yeah.
would look like, fuck. How funny was that video on Barstool of that dog that had like the crazy eye that was like itching its
Yeah.
stomach with its back foot?
Dude, that thing looked like the hyenas from the
I
Lion
know.
King, dude.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. I was like,
I don't think I
Jesus
saw
fuck.
that one.
Yeah. Well,
You
Anyway,
should fucking check it out, dude.
okay, really?
for some reason,
Maybe
Carson's
I fucking
standing
don't
up.
want to. Yeah, well,
Your butt fell asleep.
I'm wearing swim shorts right now,
You chafing?
and yeah, the netting is really kind of digging.
Dude,
into
that
my
shit was
butt
the worst.
cheeks.
High school baseball, dude, I would chafe so hard. I could hardly walk.
Did you put the
My
gold
cheeks
bond
are-
in
I
there?
had to get the baby powder, bro.
Gold
and
bond
throw
down
that shit
in
down there.
Reduce the swamp ass as much as possible.
Dude,
Baby
swamp
powder?
ass is a real thing. We can't joke about that.
but
it's just real.
So it's swamp ass, but it just became swass.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, mine hurt.
Yeah. Swass.
Let's wrap it up.
Oh shit, Carson needs some fucking gold bond. Let's get another GoFundMe going.
yeah.
Gotta give him some Toms too.
please, dude. Oh God, I'm a very gassy gentleman.
Dude,
over
what's
here.
up with you? Are you like lactose intolerant or what?
Yeah, well, it's not been bad recently since I've been
dude.
trying to cut it out.
Yeah.
So
Same
that's
thing, dude.
not
I
that-
I kind of am too, dude. Like I went almond milk, did not do any dairy for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I drank a protein shake that was whey protein, which is like milk protein. Dude, I was blowing it up.
Damn, so I'm usually in and out, dude. Like I walk in, I'll scroll my Twitter feed. Next thing you know, I'm laying in my bed playing Fortnite.
It's not that quick, man.
I'm a little guy.
Wait,
guy
in and
little
out of
shit.
what?
The bathroom.
Oh.
Carson just
Oh
zoned out.
God, I fucking
Where was he?
I spent half an hour in that bitch.
I know you
Easily.
do. Dude, we'll
That's
get to
my-
the gym. We'll get to the gym sometimes. I remember like
Yep.
last year.
Oh,
And then
whoa,
Carson would dip, dude. Well, like we started stretching. Carson would dip, and then be 30 minutes later, we're halfway through our workout, and we're like, "What the fuck?"
And he shows
then
up.
you just see Carson's fucking tree ass head like rise.
what were you saying, dude? What's up?
His
Say
tree
it
ass
again,
head.
dude.
Yeah, I'll fucking say it to your face.
Say it again, dog.
Yeah, you're you take long shits at the gym, and
Okay.
then you're done. You're walking up halfway through our workout, and you're
But think about how
In
good.
my defense, assholes.
Ashhosh.
So, very
There is-
sensitive to caffeine.
Then don't drink caffeine
when
before the
when
gym.
I drink coffee, I have to shit
Immediately.
immediately.
Same.
As soon as it hits my bloodstream, I have to run to the restroom.
Yep.
Therefore, when I'm working out or when I used to like go to the gym 7 days a week, I would take pre-workout. There's a lot of caffeine in that. And so by the time I got to the gym, the first thing I did was
Do you ever put
Take a
like
shit.
2 and 2 together and be like, all right, maybe I should take the pre-workout a little bit earlier. Maybe I should just not take the pre-workout.
I think that was his
mean,
warm up. I think he just liked warming up in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like he's just taking like working really hard, pushing out a nice shit.
And then it's by the
And
time
then-
Carson comes out from the bathroom, then he stretches and we're leaving the gym. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, good fucking workout, boys.
Yeah, let's
good
go,
shit.
boys. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
work hard.
It's been bad. I'm trying to pinpoint the problem here.
So the caffeine, I get you, because like the coffee, 100%. I drink that, and then within 5 minutes, I'm like in the bathroom.
It's a natural diuretic,
But
baby.
I can triple scoop a pre-workout, and I will not do the
Really?
same thing for me. It's so weird.
Huh.
It will not do the same thing for me.
Yeah, I think they really just have the same effects for me as
Do you guys know what Orange Theory is?
Yes.
yeah.
Have you ever done a class in it?
No.
All right, so they have this thing called like the Orange Zone. So you put on a wristband, and your score is shown to the entire class, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, yeah. There's like screens that it
yeah.
has.
So it's like
everybody-
if you're slacking, like people are like, all right, yo, you're a little bitch over there. You know?
So we should get those for us, and then if Carson's
Yeah.
working hard in the
Yeah.
bathroom, then we'll know that he's good to go.
Dude, I was gonna say I took a scoop of pre-workout one time, literally
One time.
well, moments before I went into Orange Theory.
Oh.
Dude, I was in there about to have a heart attack. Like 5 minutes in, my heart was pounding, dude.
oh man.
What kind of pre-workout did you take?
Yeah, would you take fucking crack, dude?
I don't know, man.
Jesus.
Cracked.
Dude, I took C4.
That'll
Just like
get
the,
you.
the best. No, I'm
Dude,
kidding.
That is the best.
C4 is like it. C4 is like the crack of pre-workout.
Dude, Gormy had C4 in his car earlier this summer, and I took a scoop. First time I had it since high school.
God.
And I was fucking, my head felt like it was about to explode. I felt like an airhead, dude.
Yeah. So that shit, like, if you guys are taking C4, like, get a different fucking pre-workout because it's not good pre-workout. If they just marketed it extremely well,
Yeah.
and it's like it sounds good. C4, like, cool.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah, the
shit
branding's good
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
shit that they put in it though, like they put some whack. So not only is there caffeine anhydrous in there, but there's also other caffeines in there, and then they have like taurine and all these other ones. Like those things are like heart attacks in a scooper powder form.
Right.
Like seriously. But if you get better ones, they actually will like you can have a good workout without your fucking head feeling like it's gonna blow off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that with good pre-workouts, you have a little bit of energy, but it's just being focused more and having that engagement,
The blood
in
flow.
the blood flow, all that. You can get that with, stuff other than
Dude, drink a cup of coffee. Drink a cup of nice black coffee.
Yeah.
Take a shit and then go work out. I
Yeah.
guarantee you'll feel better than you do with C4. 100%.
true. Oh yeah,
Dude, and I felt like hazy for the
Yeah.
rest of the day after the seafood.
That shit,
God.
that shit is
Sounds
intense.
fucking terrible.
Well, anyways, we went from dogs to shitting to we started with AB.
So the bottom line, yeah, we go AB to the responsibilities as a dog owner.
Ableton
To
fucked up a few
C4.
times.
Yeah, to pre-workout. Yeah, it's
That's what it's
a
about.
fucking episode, dude.
That's an app right there.
So bottom
Alright,
line,
kids.
feed your dogs pre-workout, be a good dog owner,
Yeah,
Gang, bro.
gang,
do
gang.
full shit. Yeah.
Gang.
Chotch of the week goes to Antonio Brown though.
Yeah,
It
there you
does.
go.
It does.
Chotch of the
Clown
week.
ass.
Chotch of the week. All right, kids,
Cool.
hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Again, we're always looking for new inspiration, so fire us something. And
Or if you don't like something, constructive criticism is always.
yeah, but don't be a fucking asshole.
If y'all don't like
if you
Carson on the
feel like it, that's
podcast,
cool. I don't.
if y'all don't like Carson on the podcast, you can leave that in the comments too.
Yeah, if you want to get rid of one of us actually, and you don't feel like one of us is really vibing,
Yeah.
we can arrange that. We could probably kick somebody off. I know it's probably not going to be me.
I thought it was you.
Should we let
But-
America decide?
Put it to a poll.
Put it to a poll.
I mean, yeah, okay, sure, it's not going to be me, but dude, if you guys want to do that, it's fucking cool.
Coda, you're fired. Get him
he's
outta
out of
here.
here for sure.
Get him out of here. All right, kids.
Thanks for listening.
See
Later,
you next
fools.
time.